So it's just gone lunchtime on a Tuesday and we're down in a basement underneath Regent Street to find out what comedians have made the top slot in one of Britain's biggest men's magazines. We're at the loaded Lafters. Let's see who's making our people laugh. Prank show.
Yeah.
There's a long history of prank shows in British comedy. What made you want to redo it again for yourself in the 2010s?
I find it really exciting. For me, as a performer, you get a massive buzz when you're going into an alien environment and you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So we carefully craft the characters,
Right.
and we've done our prep in that way. But then it's like being on stage. So whereas most actors will say they prefer being on stage,
Yeah.
for me, it's an amazing buzz because you actually get to be in the moment and make something out of nothing. You can't polish a turd, but you can shine a ship, apparently, and that's kind of what I have to do daily when I'm dealing with the public.
No matter how much you plan it though, things don't always go to plan. So,
They don't.
So,
You're absolutely right.
so what kind of things have gone awry, you could say?
You get people that totally aren't complicit. One assumes that the member of public is going to play along. So you go into this environment, and in my head, they're always receptive. That's how it plays out. But then when you get there and they're stoic and they don't want to play, that's difficult because we've been there since 9 in the morning setting up cameras. We get one chance each hit. So that's frustrating when you have to kind of get some mileage out of something.
Does it help if you're going to go into every situation thinking that everyone you haven't met is about to be your best friend? Or is that kind of a good way?
They are, aren't they?
Well, they might be. It depends if they're stoic.
Well, no, it helps. I think it helps if you're not being nasty. And a big note for our series is to not be mean.
Right.
We really try and make the jokes for me, and it's warm comedy. Because I think when you're going into someone's world and then you're sending them up, you're less likely to get a good reaction and a release form.
Yeah, and a release form.
And also it's not nice upsetting anyone. I don't like that. I can't go to work and just piss people off.
No.
I can make them laugh. That's what I try and do.
Obviously we're down here in a basement underneath Regent
We are.
Street. Obviously it's not really late tonight, it's middle of the day. But to answer the question, who is your stand-up kind of legend of 2010? Who's kind of impressed you most over the last
Kevin
year?
Bridges.
Yeah? In what way?
I like his style, I like his energy. He's edgy but then really likeable and warm, and I think he's
And he's absolutely massive.
It's cute because he's really good and he's really nice, and he's only
23.
much younger than he looks. Sorry, Kevin. I mean, I don't know what he's been through in his life, but when I found out how young he was, I think he's got a great career.
Yeah.
I like the fact that he's edgy, but again, really likeable.
And if anyone wants to say, let's say someone at home that wants to be a prankster of their own, what tip would you give them?
Just don't, if you know what's good for you. It brings havoc with your nerves. So stay away, get married and have a baby instead.
Here with Isy Suttie now. Izzy, phenomenal words from you. I mean, it wasn't very long ago I was watching you just on Great Portland Street doing songs about Kennington in a bar underneath the ground. What's it been like, all of this showbiz?
Cool, but I've only got 4 dresses, so I need to. I sometimes get stressed getting ready for things because I didn't realise I've only got 4 dresses, so I need to buy a new dress. But apart from that, no, it's great. It's really great. Yeah.
And you played a quirky chef in Whites. What's it like playing the quirky character? Do you think it makes you stand out more, or do you think it kind of allows you to put more into the character?
I quite like it when it's not like. I quite like playing more quirky characters because I suppose the lines can be more interesting sometimes than when you're like. Sometimes in a sketch you're like the girlfriend or whatever, so you're sort of coming and going, what? Why? And the guy's going, so I quite like playing the more sort of left field characters so that you can do a little bit more with it. But yeah, I'm always happy to play kooky. Seems to be the way things are going.
Where did you take your inspiration for the character in White from?
Well, I did actually, this sounds a bit weird, but I thought quite a lot about her, so I didn't want to play her as sort of stupid, so I thought quite a lot about what, like she was on an art course and about the comic strips she drew and stuff like that, and how she felt about all the different characters and whether she lived with her parents were hippies who ran a health food shop and stuff like that, so that I could sort of try and make it all a bit consistent and not just kind of her going, oh, what's an omelette? Although she probably did still go, oh, what's an omelette? But at least inside I was thinking, oh, she's thinking about her comic Street.
Who would be your favourite comedian of 2010-11?
What, from like a lad's point of
From
view?
a lad's point of view.
I don't know, someone like Isy Silverstone. I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to think like a male. Right, okay, I drive a Porsche. Is that what
We're
males
trying
drive?
to think as well. We don't really know. We're thinking a white van.
Okay, so drive a white van. I'm 30.
I drink Yazoo.
Who's my favourite? I drink a lot of Yazoo. I'm constantly on a sugar high. Who's my favourite? Does it have to be a woman?
Anyone.
Anyone. I don't know. Probably Michael McIntyre or Alan Carter. They're good, aren't they?
Yeah, they're not bad. Yeah, they win things.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Thank you so much.
No problem. Nice to see you.
What did you say?
How are things with you?
They're fine, thank you. They're absolutely fine. It's a bit chilly, but what can I say? I'm very happy.
Do you have what are your major plans for this year? I know you kind of brought shooting stars back. Do you have any kind of big things that you're looking to put on the agenda for 2011?
On the agenda? Well, we're doing another Shooting Stars. I'm going to get some new teeth. I can't speak in these teeth, you may or may not notice. We're doing a show with Andros Epithemiou from Shooting Stars. I'm hoping to do Masterchef, but there's no reason why I should.
So you're doing Masterchef? What makes you want to?
I don't know. I just like the bald fella.
Yeah?
I'd like to get close to it.
Is Lloyd Grossman still?
No, it's Greg Wallace now.
Oh, right, it's moved on since my days.
Too right, yeah.
What do you actually got your plans together? What you're thinking about cooking, or you're kind of a connoisseur of the kitchen?
In the kitchen, well, I like cooking ox tongue and eggs.
Do they work together?
No, I have them as separate dishes.
That's handy, isn't it?
Yeah. It's, you know, a lot of the panel shows, they're all written beforehand, and they've got writers in it. Well, we don't do that, which means it's not funny, but it's much more fun to do.
Yeah, I can imagine. So much more spontaneous.
Yeah, it's really good fun. You know, like, if you do a lot of the panel shows, you're there for 2.5, 3, sometimes 3.5 hours. But we get Shooting Stars done in about 40 minutes.
That's all right. Then go to the pub.
Yeah, so it's good. It's a very good fun.
Yeah, and in that spontaneous environment, I guess you guys get to genuinely surprise each other a lot more than say you would do if you had to pre-record.
Yeah, no, I know we genuinely laugh, and the guests genuinely laugh because they've not heard all the material before. And, you know, and sometimes it's shit, and that's fun as well, you know.
I think the audience recognise that.
Yeah, I think the audience sometimes can't believe how bad it is.
Brilliant. Thank you so much.
Thank you. No worries.